What's up, guys and gals? So I got a piece of cow and a knife, and I need a sheath. And I've never made a sheath before, so we're gonna try to make one today. All right, now that we're inside where it's a little bit cooler and the sun's not trying to melt me, um, yeah, let's try to make ourselves a sheath. I got the leather here, the 5 ounce Amazon special cowhide. So we're gonna trace the knife out on it. We're gonna do like a fold over sheath. I watched a few YouTube videos on it. Um, yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Alrighty. So the preface, or whatever that word is, um, I've had a few drinks. I was doing some work, doing some heat treating on another knife before this. But I just want to say I've never done this before. I watched like three YouTube videos. So we're gonna see how this goes. But from the one of the videos I saw, he traced the knife onto the leather. So that is at least a blade. That's what I want in the sheath. So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna trace this here. Okay. And then he flipped it over. And then traced it again. I'm drawing on the knife. I'm gonna have to clean that up. This is... Alrighty. There we go. Alrighty. I traced out some, kind of where I'm cutting out. So I'm going to cut this square out. I was very excited when I started this, and now I'm getting very nervous because I've come to the conclusion I don't really know what I'm doing. But yeah. We're gonna hope. We're gonna hope for the best. But let me make sure this is framed up. Okay. It's a little bit harder to record than what I'm used to, but I got these scissors. Hopefully they can cut through this leather. Let's see. Oh yeah, there he goes. Okay. Let's get this cut out. Here we go. Got it cut out. Alright, after that first cut on the top here, I kind of took it out of frame a little bit, so I'm probably just going to edit that part out. But I got it cut out. This is what we're working with now. Got the blade traced out on it. Now, I did see they leave like a little extra space. Oh, let me put that back there. They leave like a little extra space right here. So you could put like a filler piece of leather there. And then when you fold it over, you kind of connect it. So I'm going to do some... I'm going to try to figure out how I want to cut the rest of this out. And then we will... we'll go from there. Alright, update. I kind of did it off camera. But I measured out... I don't know if you can kind of see that. I did a 1/2 inch outside of the blade. Probably that's where I'll put the little buffer thing. So I'm gonna cut that out real quick, and then we'll be one step closer to hopefully a knife sheath. All right, we got it. We got it partially cut out. So I'm gonna trim up a little bit more of this. So I'm gonna cut this off real quick, and then trim this up to what the handle's gonna be. So I will be right back. All right, this is where I gotta remind everybody. This is my first one. But we gotta cut out. So I'm going to cut out the piece that goes here. I can't remember what it's called, but it's what it folds over and you sew into. It's looking a little dinky, but we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna see what we can make. So yeah, wish me luck. Alright, so I got the little filler piece traced out. So we're gonna cut this. So be right back. Alright, we got the filler piece cut out. I think it fits. Be honest with you, I have no idea what I'm doing. And in that, I got the back of the sheath all dirty. So it's gonna be a dirty sheath, I guess. It's the first one though, so I mean, you gotta make mistakes to learn, I guess. But I think what I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna do it off camera, but I'm gonna trim this down a little bit. I'm gonna make this little strap part here a little bit smaller and trim it up, and then we'll go from there. All right, update. Trim that off. Got a little bit smaller, so we're gonna sew that to the back like there for a little belt loop. Yeah. So let's get to it. So my bad, I kind of already put the glue on and didn't realize it wasn't recording. But so we're gonna just glue this like that. And then we're gonna clamp. Let me make sure it's lined up. There we go. I think. You know what? You leather workers out there, you have my respect. This is hard. Alright, we got it glued on. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna punch some holes into it, and we're gonna try stitching, which I thought was gonna be the hardest part, but doing this I realized the whole thing is very hard. Who would have thought? I knew this was gonna be hard. I kind of wanted to record it just to pretty much watch me make a mess of myself. Alright, new update, as you can see. I got the punch stuck in it, so yeah, we're gonna just kind of try to wiggle this out. Maybe don't buy cheap leather tools off of Amazon. Come on. I was kind of impatient, so I don't know if this glue set all the way. Ugh. There you go. Okay. Perfect. I didn't realize I did that off the screen, but yeah. Alright, next update. We got the holes in. So let's try sewing. Alright. I got the thread in. I can't remember what the stitch was called that I saw, but I think it might have been a saddle stitch. I'm not sure. Honestly, at this point, I'm just trying to get this finished, because I got no idea what I'm doing. Alright. Stitched up. Alrighty. Got it stitched on. My first stitch. It's not pretty, but you know, it's my first stitch, so everybody has to start somewhere. Next up is we're gonna glue the little filler part in, and then let that set. We'll probably glue both ends on, fold it over, clamp it down, and then let that sit for a little bit, and then sew it up. Alright, so unfortunately it didn't record this part. My memory card ran out of storage, but I got it glued on. So I got it clamped. So it's hopefully setting. And then we will we'll figure it out as we go. That's what we'll do. Yep, we'll figure it out as we go. That's been my motto ever since I started blacksmithing, so we're gonna carry on over in the leatherworking and figure it out as we go. Alright. So it's set. Positive note. It does what it's supposed to do. It holds the knife. But this is a little funky down here. So I'm gonna trim it up. I tried using this like straight edge I got out of my cheap Amazon leatherworking kit. Which, if you ever get into leatherworking, don't buy a cheap Amazon leatherworking kit. I mean, it works, but like, it barely works. Like, I mean, I guess get one to get started, but this is definitely something I'm gonna be upgrading in the future. But yeah, I'm gonna trim this up. I'm just gonna use the scissors, kind of just trim it up like this. But I'm gonna do it off camera, and then I will be back once I finish trimming this up. All right, got it trimmed up. So this came with the kit. I got the leatherworking kit. I don't have any. I don't think my abrasive belts would be good for leather, so I'm just gonna kind of like work the edge of this with this, and then I'm gonna stitch it up. Alright, got it mostly kind of sanded down. Um, so next up, we're gonna kind of clean the edges up a little bit. Clean the edges up here a little bit. And then we're gonna stitch it up. And then after we stitch it up, we will stain it. And then it will be done. Alrighty. Clean the edges up a little bit. Probably going to hit it with a little bit more sanding. And then it's punching the holes and stitching. So, yeah, let's get to it. Alright. That was hard. But we got... Ooh, hold on, let's get it focused. We got the holes punched. So, next up is sewing this bad boy together. And then staining it. And then we are done. And then my first sheath will be completed. Alright, got the, I don't know if you can see that. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I got the thread in. So let's get this bad boy stitched up. Alrighty. Got the stitching done. It's not perfect, but I mean, I'm fairly happy with it for my first time ever making a sheath. I am fairly happy with it. So all that's left is to stain it, and then we will be done. Alrighty. This concludes the Blacksmith Knives project. The sheath is all finished up. This is the first one I ever made. Still kind of in disbelief I actually made it. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think I was gonna be able to finish it, but here we are. It ain't perfect, but I mean it looks cool. Handmade. I like it. But yeah, thank you. If you've made it to the end of the video, this one was it was something. So if you made it to the end, I appreciate it. Thank you for that. And but yeah, that concludes the Blacksmith Knives project. So I guess on to the next. And if you guys have any other projects or things you'd like me to make or try to tackle, shoot them down in the comments, and I'll see if I can get her done. But yeah, thank you for watching.